Look this way. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Roll.
I've sold to 3 different editors at 3 different publishers at 3 different imprints. I have an agent. I have readers who say that my stuff's their favorite books they've ever read. Like, when you have enough of that stacked up, I think there's a confidence you can carry going forward. I do feel like I've reached this point in my writing where I kind of know what I'm doing, and so that feels better than like I don't know if I know what I'm doing. It's a good improvement, I guess. I was like really having a weird deja vu, like walking the halls and walking the teacher workroom just now. My favorite memories were just time with my students. I had some really brilliant students. I taught mostly 9th grade while I was here, and just learning so much from them and starting to develop my young adult stories with them in mind. I remember that very fondly. And then also I worked with some amazing teachers who kind of challenged me and pushed me along the way. And so I had a great first year as a teacher. It was partly because I was at a good school.
I would imagine how cool would it be one day, if I was lucky enough, if I worked hard enough, how cool would it be if my book was sitting in that spot on that shelf.
Door in the Dark follows 6 wizards who are heading home for winter break, and their teleportation spell goes completely awry. And they get, instead of taking like them home back to their individual neighborhoods, they're essentially all tangled up and lost in the wilderness instead. And when they arrive, one of them is dead, and they have to figure out like how to get home, what happened, do they trust each other, all of that good stuff as they try to survive a very treacherous journey home. You get the call at 5 p.m., between 5 p.m. and 5:15 on a Wednesday. That's normally when editors find out, so they'll call their author if they've hit the list. And right at 5:02, my son, of course, in the most professional way possible, he's 3, he goes, "Dad, I have to poop." And so I literally had to run my son to the toilet, and then while I'm running him to the toilet, I get the call, I feel the phone vibrating, and it was my agent letting me know I was a New York Times bestseller. If you want to write realistic fiction, it should look like the world that we live in. And so it's kind of painful to look back at like sci-fi and fantasy over the years and see how white it is, and see how straight it is, and see how it just fits one particular mold. And so it is, I think, it's an element of writing realistically to show a world that actually looks like our world. Just right. You have to spend time doing it, put in the effort, log the hours. That's the only way to get better at anything, I think.
You hijacked a novel just like that. I love it.